Heroes protect people. That's the whole point. But what happens when they stop caring? When does the weight of saving humanity become too much? When the cheering crowds turn into background noise and every life saved feels pointless. Some heroes reached their breaking point. They looked at the world they'd been protecting and decided it wasn't worth it anymore. Some turned their backs on humanity, others declared war on it, and a few became something far worse than any villain they'd ever fought. These are the stories of 8 heroes who stopped caring about saving people. 1. Superman. Superman stood for truth and justice. He was Earth's greatest protector. Then the Joker tricked him into killing Lois Lane and nuking Metropolis. In Injustice, Gods Among Us #1, 2013, by Tom Taylor and Jeremy Ropak, the Joker laced kryptonite with Scarecrow's fear toxin. Superman saw Doomsday. He actually saw Lois, pregnant with their child. Superman flew Doomsday into space. Lois died. The trigger connected to her heartbeat detonated a nuclear bomb in Metropolis. 11 million people died in seconds. Superman flew back to the Batcave. He found the Joker laughing about it. Superman executed him. He shoved his fist through the Joker's chest while Batman watched. Then Superman decided he was done asking permission to protect people. In Injustice, Gods Among Us #3, Superman established the One Earth regime. No more criminals, no more wars, no more tolerating evil. He recruited Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, and others. They would rule Earth, not protect it. Anyone who opposed them became a threat to be eliminated. Batman formed an insurgency. Superman killed his best friend's adopted son, Green Arrow, by heat visioning through his brain. Injustice, Gods Among Us, Year 3, #11, by Tom Taylor. He threatened to destroy Gotham and Metropolis if anyone opposed him. He told Batman he would kill Alfred if necessary. The man who stood for hope became a dictator. The hero who never killed has now murdered anyone in his way. Superman stopped protecting humanity. He started controlling it. And when people resisted, he showed them why that was a mistake. He ruled Earth through fear for 5 years until Batman's insurgency finally stopped him. 2. Namor. Namor never fully trusted the surface world, but for years, he fought alongside heroes. Then, humanity kept destroying its ocean, and Namor decided war was the answer. Namor has declared war on the surface world repeatedly throughout Marvel history. In Marvel Comics #1, 1939, by Bill Everett, Namor attacked ships and nearly flooded Manhattan. His homeland, Atlantis, had been destroyed by nuclear testing. He blamed the surface. He swore vengeance. But the real escalation came much later. In Avengers 2018, by Jason Aaron, Namor formed the Defenders of the Deep, a team of ocean-dwelling beings sworn to protect the seas from surface world pollution. In Invaders #6, 2019, by Chip Zdarsky and Carlos Magno, Namor launched a coordinated missile strike on the surface world. He was done negotiating, done asking humanity to stop poisoning his oceans. Namor murdered his longtime human friend, Dr. Walter Newell, also known as Stingray, a man who'd fought beside him, a scientist who understood the ocean. Namor killed him because Newell represented the surface world's failure. Throughout his history, Namor has tried to flood coastal cities. He's allied with surface heroes, then betrayed them. He's been called Marvel's first anti-hero for good reason. The Fantastic Four fought him in Fantastic Four #4, 1962, by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, when he swore vengeance after discovering Atlantis had been destroyed. Namor's famous quote says it all: "Stay the hell out of my oceans, or you'll wish to your gods that you did." He stopped caring about protecting the surface world decades ago. He tolerates it at best. But when pushed, Namor proves he's one mistake away from declaring total war. And unlike most heroes who threaten, Namor follows through. The ocean is his kingdom. Everyone else is just visiting on borrowed time. 3. Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan was the greatest Green Lantern. Then his city died, and he lost everything. In Green Lantern Volume 3, No. 48, 1994, Emerald Twilight by Ron Mars and Daryl Banks, Coast City was destroyed. 7 million people died. Mongol and Cyborg Superman wiped Hal Jordan's home off the map. Everyone he knew, everyone he loved, gone. Hal tried to use his power ring to resurrect Coast City. The Guardians of the Universe told him no. Power rings can't bring back the dead. Hal didn't care. He needed more power, so he decided to take it. Hal Jordan flew to Oa, homeworld of the Green Lantern Corps. He demanded that the Guardians give him the power to fix Coast City. They refused. So Hal murdered the entire Green Lantern Corps. He killed Kilowog, his best friend and trainer. He ripped through hundreds of Green Lanterns, stealing their rings. In Green Lantern Volume 3, No. 50, Hal absorbed the entire Central Power Battery. He killed every Guardian of the Universe except Ganthet. Hal Jordan became Parallax. a cosmic threat with the power to rewrite reality. He stopped being a hero. He became obsessed with changing the past, no matter who he had to kill. The hero who feared nothing now had nothing left to lose. In 0 Hour, Crisis in Time, 1994 by Dan Jurgens, Parallax tried to destroy and remake the entire universe. Every timeline, every reality. He wanted to restart existence itself to bring back Coast City. The combined forces of Earth's heroes barely stopped him. In Final Night, 1996, by Carl Kessel and Stuart Eminem, Hal Jordan sacrificed himself to reignite Earth's sun. He died a hero's death. But for years, Hal Jordan cared about nothing except changing the past. He murdered his friends. He destroyed the core. He nearly erased existence. Later stories retconned him as possessed by the fear entity Parallax. But for years in continuity, Hal Jordan simply broke. The weight of failure crushed him. And when he stopped caring about being a hero, he became one of DC's greatest threats. 4. Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan had the power of a god, but gods don't think like humans. In Watchmen number 4, 1986, by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons, Dr. John Osterman grew increasingly detached from humanity. His perception of time meant he experienced past, present, and future simultaneously. Every conversation has already happened. Every choice has already been made. Free will became meaningless to someone who lived outside of time. He worked as a government weapon during the Cold War. His mere existence prevented nuclear war. The Soviets feared him too much to attack. But John Osterman slowly stopped caring about human concerns. He stopped wearing clothes. He stopped understanding why people felt anything. Then, he was accused of giving people cancer. In Watchmen number 9, a journalist revealed that Dr. Manhattan's ex-girlfriend and other people close to him developed terminal cancer. The accusations were false, orchestrated by Ozymandias. But Manhattan didn't stay to defend himself. He teleported to Mars. He left Earth behind. I am tired of Earth, these people. I'm tired of being caught in the tangle of their lives. John Osterman built crystal structures on Mars and contemplated existence. Millions of lives hung in the balance. Nuclear war threatened to erupt, but Manhattan didn't care. The thermodynamic miracle of human life seemed insignificant to a being who could manipulate matter with a thought. Lori Juspecic traveled to Mars to convince him to return. She argued for humanity's worth. Manhattan initially refused. Only when he realized the improbability of Lori's own existence, her birth from an affair between her mother and the comedian, did he acknowledge the value of human life. But even after returning, Manhattan didn't save Earth in any traditional sense. In Watchmen number 12, he discovered Ozymandias had killed 3 million people in New York to prevent nuclear war. Manhattan could have stopped it, could have reversed it. Instead, he agreed with Ozymandias. He left Earth again, choosing to create life on another world instead. Dr. Manhattan stopped being humanity's protector the moment he stopped being human. And when a god stops caring about the people who worship him, those people are on their own. 5. The Plutonian. The Plutonian was Earth's Superman, its greatest hero and most powerful protector. Then something snapped, and he decided to punish everyone. In Irredeemable number 1, 2009, by Mark Waid and Peter Krause, the Plutonian murdered the Hornet and his entire family. The Hornet was his teammate, his friend. The Plutonian vaporized the Hornet's wife and children, then killed the Hornet himself. No warning, no explanation. Then he destroyed Sky City, killing millions. The Plutonian had protected Earth for years. He'd formed the Paradigm superhero team. He'd saved countless lives. But beneath the heroic facade, the Plutonian was mentally unstable. Every criticism wore him down. Every person who didn't love him unconditionally became an insult. His superhearing meant he heard every negative comment ever made about him across the planet. He wanted universal adoration. When he didn't get it, he broke. The breaking point came when the Plutonian accidentally gave humans a deadly virus. His friend Samsara discovered the truth. The one person the Plutonian trusted completely now knew he'd killed children through negligence. That revelation shattered whatever remained of the Plutonian's heroism. In that moment, he stopped being a hero. He became humanity's destroyer. Throughout Irredeemable, the Plutonian showed escalating cruelty. He killed his former sidekick Samsara by lobotomizing him with heat vision. He hunted down the surviving members of the Paradigm. He held hostages. He destroyed entire cities. When anyone tried to stop him, he demonstrated why he'd been Earth's most powerful hero, by showing what happened when that power turned against humanity. The Plutonian's former archenemy Max Damage became a hero to oppose him. Heroes and villains alike united against the fallen champion. but the Plutonian's power level made him nearly impossible to stop. In Irredeemable number 37, 2012, the Plutonian died from cosmic radiation exposure. Even in death, he remained unrepentant. Writer Mark Waid stated, "There's no hope for Plutonian." The series explored what happens when the world's greatest hero stops caring about saving people and starts caring only about making them pay for not loving him enough. The Plutonian proved that unlimited power without emotional stability creates the ultimate monster. 6. Cyclops. Cyclops led the X-Men for decades. He embodied Professor Xavier's dream of peaceful coexistence. Then the Phoenix Force arrived, and Cyclops chose mutant survival over humanity's safety. In Avengers vs. X-Men number 5, 2012, by various writers and artists, the Phoenix Force approached Earth. Iron Man tried to destroy it. Instead, he split it into 5 pieces. The Phoenix possessed Cyclops, Emma Frost, Namor, Colossus, and magic, creating the Phoenix Five. With cosmic power, Cyclops decided to remake the world. In Avengers vs. X-Men number 6-7, the Phoenix Five created Pax Utopia, their perfect world. They ended wars, provided free energy and food, destroyed weapons. On the surface, it seemed benevolent, but the Phoenix corrupted them. Absolute power without accountability. Cyclops and the Phoenix Five stopped asking permission. They imprisoned Avengers who opposed them. When the Avengers tried to rescue their captured teammates, the Phoenix Five hunted them down globally. Emma Frost murdered a man who'd killed a mutant years earlier, executing him in front of his family. Power detached them from humanity. They stopped protecting people. They started controlling them. In Avengers vs. X-Men number 11, Cyclops absorbed Emma's portion of the Phoenix Force, becoming its sole host. Professor Xavier, his mentor, his father figure, tried to stop him telepathically. Cyclops killed Xavier. He murdered the man who'd given him purpose, who'd taught him that mutants and humans could coexist peacefully. Then Cyclops became Dark Phoenix. Avengers vs. X-Men number 12. He went on a global rampage, destroying everything he encountered. The combined forces of the Avengers and X-Men barely stopped him. Hope Summers and Scarlet Witch absorbed the Phoenix Force from Cyclops, ending his reign. In the aftermath, Cyclops showed no remorse. He was imprisoned, but claimed he'd do it all again. Xavier's dream died when Cyclops stopped caring about peaceful coexistence. He chose mutant survival at any cost, and that cost included the life of the man who'd believed in him most. Cyclops proved that even the best heroes can fall when given godlike power. 7. The Sentry. When a hero's dark side takes control. The Sentry had the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. He also had an unstable mind. Inside Robert Reynolds lived the Void, his dark persona that killed as many people as the Sentry saved. In The Sentry number 1, 2000, by Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee, Robert Reynolds was a forgotten hero. He'd erased himself and the Void from the world's memory to protect everyone. But when the Void returned, so did the Sentry. The problem was simple. The Sentry and Void were the same person, two sides of one unstable mind. The Sentry joined the Avengers partly so they could keep him in check. In Secret Invasion, 2008, the Sentry fled Earth when a Skrull shapeshifted into the Void. He abandoned the battle when Earth needed him most. His mental instability made him unreliable. Norman Osborn exploited that vulnerability. In Dark Avengers 2009 by Brian Michael Bendis and Mike Deodato Jr., the Sentry joined Norman Osborn's team. Osborn manipulated the Sentry by confessing his own mental illness, the split personality that created the Green Goblin. The Sentry saw Osborn as a kindred spirit. He became Osborn's weapon. But the Void grew stronger, and the Sentry stopped fighting. The Void threatened to kill the Sentry's wife, Lindy. Osborn had Bullseye murder her as punishment for the Sentry breaking their deal. The Sentry flew into the sun, trying to destroy the Void by destroying himself. He regenerated. The Void convinced him to surrender control. In Siege, 2010, by Brian Michael Bendis and Olivier Coipel, Norman Osborn ordered the Sentry to destroy Asgard. The Void emerged fully. It tore Ares in half, literally ripping the god of war into 2 pieces. It destroyed Asgard's floating city. The Void killed Loki when the trickster god tried to help the heroes. Thor killed the Sentry because Robert Reynolds begged him to. The Sentry knew he couldn't control the Void anymore. He pleaded with Thor to end him before the Void destroyed everything. Thor struck him with Mjolnir, killing the Sentry. Later, Iron Man used a damaged HAMMER helicarrier to strike the Void as a final blow. The Sentry proved that the most dangerous heroes aren't the ones who turn evil. They're the ones who can't control the evil already inside them. When the Sentry stopped caring about fighting his dark side, the Void took over, and the hero with the power of 1,000,000 exploding sun became a weapon of mass destruction. 8. Kid Miracle Man. Kid Miracle Man was once a young sidekick. Then, he stayed in his superhuman form for 19 years. By the time he switched back to being Johnny Bates, he'd become something monstrous. In Marvel Man, number 173-4, 1984, by Alan Moore and Alan Davis, later reprinted as Miracle Man number 8. Kid Miracle Man fought Miracle Man and lost when Miracle Man tricked him into saying his magic word. Kid Miracle Man reverted to 13-year-old Johnny Bates, but in the split second before the transformation, Kid Miracle Man saw his human form, the catatonic, helpless child he'd abandoned. Johnny Bates ended up in a nursing home. For years, he remained catatonic, trapped in his own mind. Kid Miracleman and Johnny Bates fought inside his head, with Kid Miracleman abusing the child version constantly. Then older boys at the nursing home sexually assaulted Johnny Bates. In Miracle Man number 15, 1988, by Alan Moore and John Toddleman, Johnny screamed his magic word to escape. Kid Miracle Man's returned, and he decided to punish everyone. Kid Miracle Man destroyed half of London. He killed the nurse who'd cared for him. He butchered 40,000 people. He impaled victims on the Tower of London. He ripped people apart. He created piles of corpses. The artwork by John Toddleman showed the carnage in graphic detail, making issue number 15 one of the most disturbing comics ever published. Miracle Man, Miracle Woman, the pyrokinetic Huey Moon, and the Warpsmiths Phone Muda and Azachorn assembled to stop him. Kid Miracle Man defeated them all. He was faster, stronger, and more savage than anyone expected. He killed Azachorn during the battle. The Warpsmiths finally defeated Kid Miracleman by teleporting debris directly inside his body, bypassing his force field. The pain was so intense that Kid Miracleman involuntarily spoke his magic word, switching back to Johnny Bates. Johnny Bates cried. He begged Miracleman to find a way to stop Kid Miracleman from ever returning. He was a traumatized 13-year-old who knew what his other self had done. Miracleman broke Johnny Bates' neck. He killed an innocent child because that child's superhuman alter ego was too dangerous to exist. There was no other way. Kid Miracleman proved that when a hero stops caring about protecting people, they become worse than any villain. He'd been a sidekick once, a young hero fighting alongside Miracleman, but 19 years of power, without accountability, turned him into a mass murderer. And when he finally unleashed his rage on London, he showed exactly what happens when unlimited power meets complete moral collapse. These heroes didn't start as villains. They were protectors who snapped under loss, trauma, or power they couldn't control. And when they broke, the world learned how thin the line between hero and monster truly is. Some died, some were stopped, and some ruled as tyrant, but every fall left lasting scars. If you want more deep dives into heroes who lost their way, hit subscribe and tell me which fallen icon to cover next.